Funnel craft with the Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm Vicky. Let's get started. We're going to take this funnel, an automotive funnel, and we're just going to heat it up with our heat tool because we were going to make a hat and we want to make it kind of crooked. So we're just going to take a hot mitt or something because this will get really hot. Just bend the heck out of it because you don't want it to be straight. So this may take a little bit of effort and it's going to take a little bit of time to do this. But once you do, look, it looks all kind of crooked and funky. You could even go even a little more crooked with this. But for this project, I'm going to leave it like that. I have used this foam board, or it's not foam board, it's just foam. It's about 1/4 inch thick. This is an extra scrap piece I have. It normally comes in like a 2x3 foot sheet, I believe. But I got it at Michael's. I'm just going to cut, this is going to be the rim of the hat. So at first we're going to just trace the circle of the actual hat itself. So that's why we know where the center part is. And then we're going to take that and decide how far out we want the brim to go. And then I'm just eyeballing this, but if you can take something round or whatever, so mine's not going to be perfect. It's a little kind of oval, not a problem. You can do this one of two ways. You can just stick it on the foam, or you can use cardboard, and then you can decorate from there. Or like what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut the center because I want to go ahead and put it over the top of the hat and actually make it come down. But you can do it either way. In fact, if you do it the other way, go ahead in the comments, let me know. I'm kind of curious how it works for you. We're just going to add some glue here around the base, just kind of help hold it in. And then we're going to take some burlap. This is the one I got from Dollar Tree. I went ahead and cut the ends of the burlap so that it frays because I like that frayed look. And if you get the bigger burlap pieces, I recommend cutting it in strips. It will make it easier for applying because you're going to be going around the funnel. We're just going to apply tacky glue because it doesn't dry as fast as the hot glue, and this makes it easier. Besides that, it won't seep through and it won't burn you because you are using the burlap. It does have holes in it. Now, I am leaving the underneath part black on mine, but if you want another color to show through your burlap, I recommend painting the funnel because then you will be able to see like a bright green or bright orange underneath the hat as the kind of an accent color. That might be kind of fun to do as well. And we're just going to wrap it all the way down. When it gets to a certain point, it's not going to want to cooperate very well. And so if you cut it and it's just kind of pull it up, it kind of manipulates it. It gives it a little bit of a fray and just kind of, it's like a pivot, almost a pivot point. And then once you get to the bottom, you want to kind of try and lay it towards the bottom as much as you can. Again, you're just kind of creating a pivot point to kind of create it to make it go round, because otherwise you'll end up with a bunch of bumps in your burlap. You may, if you don't understand now, when you start doing it, you'll totally understand what I'm talking about because it will make more sense if you're doing it. But basically, you just need to cut halfway down and rotate it, and it works out so much better. Now to do the base, we're actually gonna leave the overhang, but we're gonna just go ahead and do the same thing all around the base, make it come up the side a little bit and then hang over the end. And again, because this ribbon is not like curved, you're gonna need to do the same thing when you get to a certain point to make it turn. You're gonna have to cut part way through. And again, this will make more sense when you're doing it, but basically you want to cut halfway through it and then overlap it at the top, and it will lay down more flat, and that will make more sense again when you're doing it. If it doesn't make sense now, again, I call it kind of, tuck and pivot kind of situation. And again, and at the same time, this is all frayed. And so when you get to the end, that's at that point, you can decide if you want the ends to be trimmed up. You can totally do that. I'm going to let mine hang out and also just leave it to the outside like that. I will also probably put a felt bottom underneath just to kind of give it more of a finished touch. There was some extra on the end of my roll, and I thought, what an opportunity to fill that hole there at the top, because otherwise it looks a little unfinished. So we're just going to wrap it really tight, stick some glue in there, and then just kind of put the extra piece in there to kind of stick it out. It would also kind of look kind of cool too, and if you wanted to put straw in there, or raffia that kind of looks like straw to kind of hang out, that would also work too. So we're just going to leave it like that. I love how that turned out. It actually worked pretty good. Make sure there's no glue coming from the bottom, because there is a hole in it. There's not. Now we're going to decorate, because now we have our hat. So I got this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's around fall time. It's a really pretty orange and greens and all sorts of colors. It's not your traditional just buffalo check. It's just a plaid. But it looks really good for fall. I love how that looks, because again, this is going to be like a scarecrow hat. We're going to take some raffia. This is the ribbon raffia. It's a little more tame than the other raffia, a little easier to control. And then for our ribbon, I'm not doing just the raffia. I'm also going to add, these are 1/8 of an inch ribbons that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm using the orange and the yellow and the raffia. There is a brown one as well. And I believe there was an off-white, but I used all of that. So we're just going to make a finger bow. And that's just where I wrap it around my fingers, quite a few loops, and I'm looping them all together. So it's one kind of a mess, but yet organized mess. And then you just take some extra ribbon, tie the middle, wrap it around a couple times, and then tie it. And that's going to be our bow. Next, to kind of finish off the bow, I do have a little leaf that I make myself. It is a clay leaf. I'm going to use that as my middle piece, but you could use other things too. There's these little leaves on picks you can use. You can use whatever you want. Put a button there. That would work as well. And I left that decoration, but now I also put some straw. If you look at the end picture,